Namaskar, friends. Today we are going to look at the epic proverb, a stitch in time saves nine. What is the stitch in time saves nine? We all know the earlier you find the problem, you will be able to sort out with a very less, time, expenses, and damage. So let's look at it, friends. This, if you see on the open, lots of people have this belly fat. So if you go to the park, majority of the people who come to the park are having this big, belly fat. So what is this belly fat? Belly fat is nothing but this called visceral fat. Look at this fat. Look, this is the dangerous fat, friends. This is the one. This is one which is called visceral fat, right? So what happens? This fat is literally onto the organs, on the liver, kidney, gallbladder, colon, small intestine. So what happens? This fat causes insulin resistance. It makes these organs not to function well. So let's look at it. A lot of people who are overweight, they think they're all right. They have no issues. Because look at friends, obesity is at one time was not categorized as a disease. It is now categorized as disease. What all it can lead? It can lead to type 2 diabetes, cancer, mood disorder, heart problem, liver problem, hypertension, many things, right? So let's look at it. Now, what is this insulin resistance, friends? Somebody who had an insulin resistance, they can develop, as we discussed, obesity can develop, belly fat can develop. Now, insulin resistance is a parameter which can be measured by doing fasting sugar and fasting insulin. We will look at it separate. Now, this insulin resistance can what it can cause? It can cause heart disease, diabetes, fatty liver, so many things, right, friends? Now, let's look at this. I'm using the word pandemic, the insulin resistance pandemic. Yes, friends, it's really like a pandemic. Probably it is worse than corona. See, corona is a short time, it is come and gone, and people have overcome that. This is a long-term pandemic. Now, let's look at it. See, this is a slide I got it, which was presented. Out of in US, 1 out of 3 people, they say pre-diabetic. Look at it. Pre-diabetic means what? They have still not diabetes, but their sugar levels seems to be reasonably okay. But they have this, belly fat, little obesity, and other parameters off the track. Now, that means what? 30%, 33% of the population of America, they're diabetes. Now, the second shocking thing is, out of those 30%, 9 out of 10 are not aware that they have pre-diabetes. It's such a dangerous thing. See, they're in trouble, but they don't know they're in trouble. Right, friends? So let's look at it. Why? Why is it so? It is only because of this reason, friends. See, mainstream hospitals, hospital and laboratories, they're only focusing on this glucose. What is the glucose level? What is A1C level? If somebody had a glucose, been fasting the glucose, fasting sugar is below 100, they consider they're healthy, there's no issue. Similarly, A1C is also below 5.6%. They say you're all right. But look at friends, for as I said to you earlier, sugar is a controlled parameter. That means what? It remains under control for long years, maybe 10 years, 15 years or so. Look at the sugar level. They're absolutely normal. If they check HbA1c also, they seem to be normal for many years. But what is happening? This is what is the insulin. Look at the insulin, friends. In a very short time itself, will be shooting up. Look at the way it is escalating. Look at the high insulin levels in the body. Because of this high insulin levels only, the sugars are maintained. But very unfortunately, we are only focusing on this sugar, and then we are deciding that he is all right or not all right. This is necessary. We check the insulin, friends. So I was giving last time an example. Like suppose somebody calls me from Delhi and asks me, Rao, what is the temperature in Chennai? So I'm in my bedroom and I see the air conditioner and I see the reading is 18 degrees centigrade. So I tell him it is 18 degrees centigrade. So is it true? It is outside temperature may be different. 18 degree temperature is a controlled parameter because the air conditioner. So outside temperature could be 35, 38 or whatever it is there. So we need to check both. Similarly, insulin, what is trying to control the sugar level. Somebody is telling this one, you are misleading. You're telling that, look, Chennai temperature is 18 degree and you're satisfied with that. It's not like that, friend. This is to be checked. And look at how do we check this fast insulin resistance, friend? It is something like it. You check your fasting sugar and fasting insulin. There's two parameters. When you give a blood test, they can measure both. Many places they don't recommend fasting insulin, and a lot of labs also, many labs in small cities, they don't have this facility. So once you do that, if this measurement is above 1.5, that means you're in trouble. You may not be in trouble immediately, but over the years, you are going to be in trouble. Please understand, friend, you are in the wrong direction. If you're in a wrong direction, if not today, you are going to reach tomorrow wrong destination. So we need to correct the direction. How do we correct the direction? To measure the insulin, fasting insulin, and to know where you are. Are you insulin resistant? Are you having insulin sensitivity? Now look at, friends. So these are about 62 cases. I have done about, I have done 62 cases, friends, a study in the last 3 years. Age group from 18 to 80. Look at it, friend. As I said to you, how many people are pre-diabetic? About 34%. So what we have seen in the earlier slide also, 1/3 of the people are pre-diabetic. It seems to be matching. It was not a design I have done it. It is just this is my data and I correlated with what is the data available from that slide. So 30% people are having pre-diabetes, right? And how many we don't know. Most of them, whoever had come to my house or I discussed with them, they are not aware. Only after doing this fasting insulin and checking the insulin resistance, I found out they were not only insulin resistant, they're already in pre-diabetes. Similarly, friend, look at the insulin resistance cases. Out of 62 people, 95% at various degrees of insulin resistance. So let's understand, it is not at one particular point. It is from 1.5 to up to 10. That means, look at the way people are at different levels of problem, right, friends? Now, what happens if you have a insulin resistance and you're pre-diabetic or overweight? This is going to affect your health span, friends. See, over the periods, you will have more of the time being sick and all that. So you need to be insulin sensitive and you need to have not to have any belly fat. You should not be overweight. These are some very visible, change, visible indications we have. And even if you don't pay attention at the visible thing and don't learn anything and continue to be in darkness, so you will one fine morning you realize that you are already diabetic is in a bigger way. So you have to get into medication at that time, my friends. So friends, what these are the 12 parameters I would always encourage people to do that. These are the 12 parameters. If you're able to maintain them well, you're bound to be like, when my parameters in January 2014 are like this, look at all my 12 parameters. I was like this. I was having belly fat. I was overweight. I was taking 11 medications. When in 4 months, when I followed this change in my lifestyle, wellness secrets, this daily healthy daily schedule, look at the parameters. In 4 months, these are my parameters, friends. Now, what these parameters has caused, look at the way I became. The last 8 years, I have not taken any medication. I'm not under any medication. And I am comfortable. I have a lot of energy, all these friends. And by following this wellness secrets daily schedule, which I keep sharing in our group, look at the people, how they transform. This is me and my wife. Look at the transformation of people. And this is the latest person who had transformed. He was about 72 kg and he was 8.95 HbA1c. And look at it now, how he is. So friends, I keep on sharing lots of information, especially very specific information to check in insulin resistance, take care. But I'm little disappointed in seeing people don't respond, people don't take advantage of this knowledge. Friends, understand knowledge and discipline are the gateways to your health. Thank you very much, friends. I'm not a doctor. I'm just suggesting certain from my experiences, my own research, my own study, and few people who had transformed their health. I'm sure you'll benefit. Thank you very much, friends.